The Johannesburg Stock Exchange played host to the South African leg of the International Traders Trophy. The competition is held around the world and sees young talent from universities compete with each other to be crowned the best trader in a simulated setting where the pressures of trading are reproduced. Oxior, a Dutch-based company, used the event to introduce prospective traders to the adrenaline-filled world at the coalface of global markets. CNBC Africa's Lionel Skink was there and filed this report.
It's an exhilarating world where fortunes are made and huge amounts of stocks and bonds traded. There are only a few markets in which this type of trading takes place. Nowadays, most companies do their trading in-house, but the adrenaline and high-pressure environment is still a common feature. The South African leg of the Traders' Trophy was recently held at the Johannesburg Stock Exchange in Sandton, Johannesburg. Some 400 students from South Africa's major universities and business schools took part in preliminary rounds, where the top-performing 35 were selected to take part in a final round. Simon Maylink is Oxior's managing director. His company provides training for traders and organizes Traders' Trophy competitions around the world, where trading talent is discovered, providing opportunities for employment, as well as bringing graduates and employers together.
It's more that as a training company, we were already training globally. And what we've done is we've gone to our clients where we were doing training for, are you interested in finding more traders in an easier way, doing your recruitment more efficiently, and run a Traders Trophy. And then it's just simply being, for us, a matter of, well, how many people do we have to actually run them? Because we are now literally running them almost every month. We're going to be running a Traders Trophy somewhere in a different country.
The competition tests the trading skills of students from different academic backgrounds. For an hour and a half, students are exposed to the real conditions of a typical trading room with all the background noise and pressure. They would have to take calls from clients, give them quotes on share prices, all the while keeping an eye on the bottom line. They are also assessed on how best they manage risk in the trading environment. We were keen to find out how some of them were doing.
It's very tough, very stressful.
Why is it very tough?
Because I have to manage so many things at once and I'm not doing well right now.
Understandably, others were too engrossed in the task at hand and couldn't possibly hold down a conversation at the same time.
Yeah, I'm kind of busy right now. Can we talk later?
A successful trader would typically have an eye for numbers, have a great understanding of the market, and very importantly, the ability to operate in a noisy environment.
It's a specific amount of skill sets you're looking for. For instance, how can you handle large volumes of information? How are your stress levels? How can you sort of leave your ego at the door when you get into a dealing room? And that's more what you're looking for. And then on one hand, you've got a history major who might be thinking, really understanding sentiment. You've got an economics guy maybe who really understands the market. And you've got maybe a maths guy who really understands sort of how the numbers work. And what you're looking for is a mix of those kind of people. So it's not that you're actually hiring from a specific area. Preferably, you'd actually have a broad amount of people coming in.
Standard Bank, who brought the Traders Trophy to South Africa, also provided the top 3 winners with a 2-week internship program where successful participants would be exposed to the bank's trading floors across all their asset classes.
I think at Standard Bank we're committed to furthering graduate talent in this country. We see events like this as a key link between the academic space and the commercial world. Obviously this kind of event has massive relevance to our business at Standard Bank, and particularly our global markets operation. We're constantly on the lookout for young talent, and this type of event exposes us to young trading talent around the country.
The Johannesburg Stock Exchange hosted the competition. We spoke with their Director for Government and International Affairs, Jeff Rothschild.
I think it's an exciting initiative. The fact that Standard Bank have brought these people to South Africa, the fact that we've got so many students participating, and that they started off with some 400 students, and you've got just the finalists today, and the excitement amongst the students as they sat down, and the ability for them to learn what a trading room is all about is absolutely great. Too often in South Africa we have found that people don't get a financial literacy education. Obviously that's receiving a lot of attention now, and people are also getting exposed to real life of trading in a trading room and the risks involved. Very good.
And after an hour and a half of trading, there was a winner. Declan Burnt, who is in his final year of the BCom Finance degree at the University of Johannesburg, walked away with a cheque of 10,000 rands.
I had a blast, an hour and a half. It felt like I've been on a roller coaster for an hour and a half. A lot of the time students don't know what trading entails, so it's actually nice to be able to see what a dealer room was like this morning and you know, play around with the simulation. I just spotted a trend, like just followed. If the market was bullish, I'd be long. If it was turning in bearish, I'd be short, as simple as that. And in my previous rounds, I hadn't used my limits as much as I could have, so I was really stretching out my limits.
Although a very stressful exercise, the experience left a positive impression on most participants.
I honestly felt like a trader, you know. I felt I had a lot of responsibility. It was just, wow, I loved it.
For now, the Traders' Trophy visits yet another country. Towards the end of next year, an international championship is planned where top-performing traders from each country will compete with others in America's financial hub, Wall Street.